Dennis, what's up, man? What's up? I'm sure it's doing all right. Okay, so where are we? We are Cubism. Cactus, what's up, man? Yeah, I fell asleep for hour and a half, 2 hours maybe. Tell you what, it was much needed, much needed. But we're back. Let's see. Let's go Etienne. I got an idea with him.
This planetic affirmative.
Yeah, it was a nice nap. Yep. My eyes are still a little dry, so I broke my no soda rule and had about half a can of Mountain Dew. Shouldn't be too much. I probably won't go through a caffeine withdrawal with just that. It's not a lot of caffeine. So here's to hoping that that's the case. And are we gonna have lead popping power with this? Well, we can sell if we need to. Although I do wonder if this engineer Etienne Strat could work on chimps. Maybe. Just have Etienne and nothing but engineers, you know. We'd obviously go for top path NGs for that.
Upgrading progress.
I'll tell you, I guess we got balloon traps, so that could count for something. I get a nanny framer. And everything's more expensive on poppable. But I think I got carb loaded after lunch, and I needed a little bit of a pick me up with caffeine. So, because even after the nap, I wasn't fully awake, you know. And I could still go back to sleep, to be honest. But that's all right. I think we're up for the long haul now. All right. You've been hanging out. It's 25 past midnight for me. Let's do some co-op. yeah, because it's technically tomorrow, huh? Yeah, not quite that tomorrow. All right, so that will absorb leads. We just need
Upgrade time.
probably another engineer down here to get Sentry Expert to really do leads. I was actually going to ask you, because you've been in all the streams that we've done so far, which spanned about an hour or about 12 hours maybe plus, and to what do I owe the honor, you know?
Affirmative. Upgrading
Unlock that
progress.
because it's relatively
Seeking
cheap.
objective.
Gets them to that level 8, maybe faster. I don't know if it'll be around faster or not.
Battle drones deployed.
Also, I'm gonna try and turn my microphone up a little bit. Let me know if it helps. With this microphone, I try to talk a little bit louder. But I know that Jin's laying down to try and go to sleep, so actually, you know what? I just didn't want to pull any background noise because I don't have any noise cancellation with these. I can see the green is moving a little bit, so let me know if there's any kind of like fuzz or anything like that.
Come in peace.
Alright, good. Everybody's got camera detection now. Yeah, better. Okay, cool. So she's not trying to sleep. Jesus, man.
Large target acquired.
Then I won't get any pastries. So,
Battle drones deployed.
alright. I'm gonna turn. Yeah, I'm gonna turn my screens to a darker. There we go. Probably easier on the eyes. How do I wake people up? That's a good question. You know, actually, I don't wake people up. Oh, I snore, I guess. Okay, alright, I snore. That's how I wake people up. Now, I'm trying to think in the Marines if I woke anybody up. If I ever had to. And I don't think that I ever had to wake anybody up in the Marines. Yeah, I don't think I did. I'll tell you a story though. We had this guy Mueller. His last name is Mueller, and this guy. Well, Mueller, right? He wasn't the brightest of the bunch, which is kind of a low bar because, you know, Marines, kind of a low bar. And whenever this is in boot camp, and whenever you're in boot camp, you have to march, you know, left, right, left kind of deal. You got to follow all kinds of orders, right? So you got a rifle, your M16 rifle, and you got to do rifle drills where, you know, you bring it up and you latch and you put it on the shoulder and you march and whatever. A real Dan. Yeah, exactly. Dan in real life. Yeah. It was actually me the whole time. No, so one of the things we had to do is we had to stand on watch, stand fire watch is what they called it. So that would incorporate an individual or two individuals being at like the front, and one of them would typically rove and clean while everybody was sleeping. And so everybody would sleep, and every hour you'd have to rotate, and you'd have like a list or a schedule on who was on watch, and every hour you'd rotate. So somebody might sleep for an hour, and then they'd have to wake up, and then be awake for an hour, and then go back to sleep for another 6 hours because you got 8 hours of sleep. Depending on how big your platoon was, the rotation could have been for better or for worse. If you have a smaller platoon, which I did, then it'll take longer, or then everybody gets more cycles because you just have less people to cycle through, right? So I guess maybe I did have to wake people up. I really don't. I guess you just shake them usually, and they wake up. And so Mueller, man, we were goofing on this guy. While he was asleep, we'd go over there. One of the commands that the drill instructor would yell at you was "port arms," and then you had to clack, you know, with the rifle. And so in his sleep, we walk over to him while he's sleeping, and we yell, "Mueller, port arms!" And while he's laying, I kid you not, he's laying on his back in bed, He takes his hands. His hands are like stiff right up to his side because he goes to attention, hands at his side, you know, feet together, and then he does the motion while he's asleep. I had never seen anything like that, man. You know, I'm not a fan of like messing with people when they're asleep because it's like, listen, it's their time, you know, just let them chill. But bro, that was too funny, man. Like, I was like, come on. Oh man, what a time! What a time! All right, I think we're gonna ultra boost this guy, and hopefully we can get ultra boost up. I'll tell you, man. That Mueller. We had Mueller and we had Noreen. They always said Noreen was dumber than a bag of rocks. He happened to be my rack mate for a short while there. And I remember my other rack mate, the one that I liked, was his name was Lewandowski. He had like nerd glasses on. He kind of looked like a nerd, but he was like super jacked, you know. Not like big and buff, but he was like really fit, I guess. And then I had this other rack mate, because as you move around, you move through different phases, so you get a new rack mate when you move phases. You just they kind of switch you around. And I had another rack mate, and this was the last phase. So the first phase is your starting boot camp, administrative stuff. You're getting into the hang of everything. Second phase is rifle. There's rifle drills, like actual shooting the rifle, right? And learning how to shoot and handle weapons, and you know, weapon management, weapon cleaning, that sort of stuff. That's the next phase. And then the last phase is getting ready to like finish boot camp, I guess. And so we were in phase 3, and I had a rack mate, or maybe this was in this was in phase 2. I had a rack mate. I don't remember his name. Probably Martinez or something. And I think you find that E because I'm C2 on my fist to your face. Well, so I think his name is Martinez. I really don't remember. But I'm pretty sure he was maybe Mexican or Filipino, because he was kind of short, so he might have been Filipino. And we do this thing called PT, called physical training, and the drill instructors use that as punishment. So if you mess up or something, they'll say, you know, they'll yell your name, you know, Ritter, get on the quarterdeck, and the quarterdeck is just like the space in the very front. So people walking in will see you, people walking out will see you, and everybody in your platoon will see you. And the drill instructor will just like, you know, crouch down and yell, you know, knife hand your face and yell at you and stuff while you're doing these exercises, push-ups, sit-ups, crunches, you know, mountain climbers, whatever. And so they'll yell at you while you're doing the exercise. And the idea is to like make an example out of your mess up, of whatever you messed up. But everybody has to get it. So some people will just get yelled at for no reason. You don't do anything wrong, and they'll put you on the quarterdeck anyways. Well, I had a rack mate. I'm gonna call him Martinez. I don't remember his name. And one day, so every day at the end of the day, hey, what's up, T-Ball? I'm telling the boot camp story. So every day at the end of the day, people would get together, and the drill instructor would sit there, and you'd have like ask your drill instructor anything without consequences kind of deal. And it's a senior drill instructor, so if like one of the drill instructors was doing something wrong, or you weren't sure why something was, you could ask your drill instructor during that period of time. It was once a day for like 30 minutes at the end of the day before you go to bed. Yep, start streaming on YouTube again, dude. I figure with the new internet, we might be able to get away with that. And hopefully this guy gets up to times 10. We'll start overclocking this guy. Yeah, just cover the story. This is just one of the several stories I'm remembering in boot camp. And so during that period of time, my rack mate asked my drill instructor. He said, it's Martinez. Martinez is asking my drill instructor. He goes, you know, senior drill instructor Castillo, because that was his last name. He had to give the whole title. He said, I don't feel like I'm getting strong enough, and I don't feel like I'm getting IT'd enough. And it's called IT. It was intense training or something like that. And that was the punishment training that they did. And this was the second phase, so it was, lasted 2 weeks. And you know what he said? The drill instructor, man, he's got the best imagination in the world. He goes, okay, you and your rack mate can meet me every morning on the quarter deck to get IT'd. And I'm like, bro, why did you have to say that? I don't want to get IT'd, man. Fuck, dude. So every morning for 2 weeks, I had to wake up as soon as we woke up because they would go lights, lights, lights. They flip the lights on. Everybody has to jump out of bed together and stand at the front of their racks to make their bed. Well, we didn't even get a chance to make our beds. We had to just jump right into the front. That mother flopper, dude. I'm telling you, man. We had to jump right into the front. And he would start yelling at us, and as soon as we woke up, start doing push-ups and crunches and mountain climbers and all that stuff before breakfast, before everything. I was like, bro, come on, man. Why did you have to do it, you know? Anyways. I don't remember the keys. There we go. Do we have problems popping DDTs? I guess we kind of probably would, yeah. There we go. Is he 10? He is 10. Alright. Oh, God. Oh, no. Okay. I got the right one. Alright. There's so many different things to Ultra Boost. I learned how to do the double roundhouse kick, so basically roundhouse kicks and switch to leg and reverse roundhouse. Oh, damn, dude. Yeah. Yeah, we're using the ×2 money so that way we can rush through these. Let's use Homeland. Sheesh. We're gonna play Divinity. All right, let me finish this, which is just what we're doing now, and then Chimps. Let me do the next map all the way through Chimps, and then we'll play Divinity. I can't wait to kill everybody on Divinity, dude. All right, easy peasy. The best part of those is you can abort to follow through at any point. Ah, that's good. Yeah, it's a good point for sure. All right, we're gonna try that on Chimps actually. I wonder if that's gonna be. Y'all think it's possible to do that? Oh, okay. Yeah, I definitely want to, dude. That game is like it's pretty fun, low key. It's pretty fun. But if that's cool with you, it's probably gonna be another hour and a half or so. You know what? All right, since we're gonna do that, I need to know that we're gonna beat it, so I'm gonna play Sada. Easy peasy. Oh, I need more water, dude. Once I set it up to kind of work for itself, I'll go get some water. Maybe on hard mode on the next map, because we'll have double cash available then. Move top foot, then bottom. Yep, there you go. Hydrate or die, man. I remember there's another boot camp story, but it's not as juicy, I guess. We had. Let's see, should I put him here? Yeah, probably. We had these canteens that we fill with water, right? And we would fill them up every day. We'd have to drink a whole one before we go to bed to make sure we were drinking enough water or whatever. But we would take them with us. We had to carry one in each arm. We'd take them with us whenever we go do some physical training somewhere, whether we do like obstacle course or just running around or whatever. But every time we were doing some sort of obstacle course or some other kind of training, we'd always put them down. We'd stage them so they were in a line. And I remember I asked my drill instructor, because we never drank out of them afterwards. I said, what's the point of us bringing them if we're never going to use them? And he was like, you don't drink out of them? I'm like, we never get the option to. Nobody ever tells us to drink out of them. And he said, I don't know. And we kept bringing them and never drank out of them. So, who knows? I don't know why we brought them. It's pretty bizarre, right? Alright, so if we do the attack shooter here, the attacks will hit behind it, so they'll be used up. That's good. In which case we can put our... Where do we want our ice then? Maybe ice right here? We're going to get the icicles, so it doesn't really matter if we put him here or not. But we want him to be able to hit DDTs, so I guess maybe right here makes more sense. I wouldn't mind having a boomerang though. That's a top path boomerang, because this is a really good spot for it. We'd have to make that work with the villages. So we do like something like this. If we give him an extra range, make this our primary village, that should reach. Although we want the mib, right? So the mib will get extra range from the village. And the ice will fit. Okay, and that should also affect... Let's put it down here then. If we get a mib. Let's think about that. So get extra range from the other village. That's our mib. Okay. This will be our primary. Oh, you know what? We'll just put it down here. Sada will be missing out on attack speed, maybe. Let's do that. Okay, so this is going to be primary, and that's going to be the mib. Okay. But only work legs? You'd be looking like the opposite of Johnny Bravo, you know? Got the wrong one, damn it. That's actually not that's not the worst. Okay. We'll do that. Whatever. I think we're still okay. Okay, we're still okay. Alright. The opposite is skipping leg day. There's a real Giga Chad move right there. Alright, we need this guy. Do you think Bloons can see what they're getting themselves into? Like, can they visually identify that there's stuff going on? Or are they just following like a natural inclination to show up somewhere? I wonder. Be a one-leg wonder. You don't think Bloons can see anything, huh? Yeah, I can see that. Okay, let's grab our discounted 8 HQ upgrades. Well, that gives even... Yeah, okay, cool. I'm glad this fit, because if that didn't fit, man, I'd be sad. I probably want to restart, but I wouldn't. It'd be okay. Okay, chap weaves. Okay, let's get these other guys in place. We'll get our icicles right there, and our boomer right there. Okay. Now just wait for the tag zone. So, Chimps is the final game mode of any map for the final difficulty, where anything that's ever purchased within the game doesn't matter. You can't use any of it. It's purely based on skill. Other than, I guess, the hero. But you can kind of earn the hero over time. So you can't use the double cash thing, which you can use it on any other game mode. You can't use it on Chimps. You also can't use powers, any free monkeys that you collect. Anything you spend monkey money on, you can't use. You just get the hero. You also can't increase your income, so there's no banana farms. Using bottom path alchemist won't get you any additional money. Bloon trap won't get you any additional money. Bottom path boat won't get you any money either. So it's no incomes. No monkey knowledge, no continues. So if you lose, you lose. There's no spend monkey money to continue the round or anything like that either. And some other stuff. Can't sell. That's also something. So once you place a tower, it's stuck. However, when you beat it, if you beat it without pressing escape, clicking home, and then coming back in, you get a black border. If you do press escape, click home, and come back in, it restarts the round, but you get a gold border. Even if you beat it and you use that method. And people will do that to like try and figure out how to beat a level, especially later levels. Or if they're about to lose, they'll be like, oh crap, you know, click escape, click home, and come back in. So they thought of that. Yeah, and it's only unlockable after you beat almost every other challenge. But you know, it's the best. I mean, this is the best game mode there is within Bloons is Chimps. I mean, honestly, like, it's pure skill. Other than, well, I say that I do like farming, and I like the eco part of the game. To have to balance your eco with your defense and then really optimize your economy as well. I think that's pretty huge. It's definitely what I would look for in a staple of a tower defense game is the economy structure, and I think this game just does everything really well when it comes to all of that. When it comes to enemy types and then tower types, well, I guess maybe I would say it should be a little bit more polarizing. I wish it was more polarizing. It wasn't so easy to like build a MIB and all of a sudden everything's covered, you know, or get Etienne, or get, you know, camo detection for like 3 or 4,000, and all of a sudden you're good. Now it doesn't matter what you build, everything has camo within its range. So I guess I wish there was a little bit more polarization when it comes to enemy types and the towers that you use to take care of those enemy types, but it does exist to some small fashion. Oh, yeah. So you have to do the chimps. You can do any. There are 3 tiers, and you can play easy and medium after you beat chimps. Yeah, you don't get the border by beating chimps. You get the border by having everything completed plus chimps. Yeah, but chimps has to be done to get either the gold or black border, while to either use the home to escape to home to redo the round, or just play it and beat it the first time. Yeah. But other than that, yeah, I mean, as a tower defense channel, I would say that Bloons is the pinnacle of tower defense games of all time. I played so many of them in college, just a waste of time, you know, board.com, Newgrounds, whatever, and Bloons is easily the best. Oh, I did say we were going to try to incorporate glue and mortar. Oh, we should do that on Unpoppable. Okay, the next Unpoppable that we do, it's just going to be... and we are going to use the mortar on it, probably, actually. But we need the bottom path mortar to defortify DDTs. Unfortified DDTs. As part of the... thing that well, I don't know. Maybe we won't. It'll take a little bit longer to do that. So maybe we won't. Yeah, it's 6 games to get it right. No, that's very true. It's very true. That's a good question, man. When is 7 coming out? I mean, they're still doing so much to this game that I think if they had a reason to... I think if they had a reason to make 7, they would do it. But I think 6 is so many people playing, and it makes them enough money to where they can justify keeping it alive. I mean, they've already done so much, and I like how they're incorporating some of the successes of previous games into this game. For example, the boss balloons were in Bloons Monkey City. Contested territory, Bloons Monkey City. And so they've been bringing that into this as well. And they even brought the Dartling Gunner, which they didn't have upon launch, and that was a Bloons TD5 tower. There are 2 others that they're not going to bring back. Well, there's 2 other towers that they've had in the past that they're not going to bring, which one is the... it was in Bloons TD Battles 1. And that was the Cobra. It's basically just a battles tower because you mess with your opponent with it. But it'd be cool to have in some form or fashion. And then they have the Bloon Chipper that they decided not to bring back. They did pay homage to it in one of the maps, but they're not bringing it back. That'd be cool to see back. With everything going on, though, that might be a little too broken. Or maybe I'm sure they tested it at some point and decided, you know what, there's really no way for us to balance it to make it both fun and not overpowered, so we're not gonna do it. I'm sure that's what they decided. Bloon Chipper, yep. I always say, you know, if somebody's gonna make a BTD6 rap, they should have their the name of themselves, I don't know, whatever it's called, to be Bloon the Chipper, to be instead of Chip the Ripper, right? The guy who did the interior crocodile alligator. I drive a Chevrolet movie theater, because then they can introduce themselves. Bloon the Chipper. Yep. Interior crocodile alligator. Hell yeah, man! What a classic. I mean, they could probably even make a parody off of that guy's original rap. Chicharama, huh? Okay. Oh, when did I hear that? I think that was back in high school. My bandmates, because I was in a band in high school, played the drums, and I think one of them showed it to me. I want to say.
One looks like a troll.
Man, that rain. Oh, that's right. I forgot I have small. The small on them doesn't change their hitbox. It just changes the way they look. So their hitbox is actually larger than what they look like. Forgot about that. I mean, we together collectively, as a stream, we could come up with a rap, I guess, probably for Bloons.
The enemy is near.
Sheesh. She's a fast attacker, man. And maybe if we made... So Bloon the chipper, it's basically like a wood chipper. That's the way it looks, but it chips balloons instead of wood. And so what it would do is suck up balloons, and it would pop them back out on a lower tier of balloon. It had two paths because it was hey, what's up, Master? Because it was a BTD5, so they only had two paths. They didn't have three. The top path was to soak up DDTs, or I don't know if they had DDTs, but it's to soak up Moabs and ZOMGs and stuff. And the bottom tier was basically a quantity versus quality, so it would suck up a lot of balloons and spit them all back out. Now, one of the reasons they may not have brought it back was because of lag. It did cause lag due to the fact that it was constantly, pulling and pushing balloons so quickly. But yeah, so it would just basically soak up balloons, chip them, and pop them back out of the lower tier. Okay, so now what do we want? I guess we can go glue, because we do need to glue stuff. Let's go for this guy. Similar, I guess, yeah, but he didn't make any money or anything. He would literally like regurgitate the balloons, so they would go back onto the track. But if you pulled in a blue balloon, he would pop it back out as a red balloon. Unless you got upgrades to make it to where, more balloons would, or balloons would get popped faster. More tiers of balloons would get popped at the same time, that sort of thing. Yeah, my day's going pretty good, man. A flip monkey. Dude, you're right. You're absolutely right. You couldn't have ever been so right. You gotta love all those pops coming in. Now, we do have that achievement to get to glue balloons. So maybe I should have got him sooner. Master, how was your day, though? Just blew the entire screen. Oh, yeah. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy.
Finally, they send their champion.
Yeah, of course, man.
Rejoice in our victory.
All right.
The power.
Check it out. Check it out. Boom. Cubism black bordered. Time for Frozen Over. So here's what we should do, T-Wald. This will take a little bit of time, but we should go standard, alternate, and poppable chimps. I'll do these top 3 at some point on my own, maybe. And that'll finish the black border for this. But as long as we beat the chimps, then the rest of it's is easy enough. So, for this one, let's go Striker Jones. Prepare for liberation. And that'll give us time to play the game.
Prepare for liberation.
Prepare for liberation. Let's see, if I do... I guess I could just give all my mortars camo detection. Yeah, let's go faster reload. Nice. Okay, now I need to get the farm. Cave monkey. And this, I wish they did more stuff like this, where they have like, some, you know, a monkey you can break it ice or whatever. What is his name? Cave monkey. Encino Man is a cool movie. It's a Pauly Shore movie, and it has to do with them finding. I think it was the guy who played Samwise Gamgee in Lord of the Rings, and Pauly Shore, who like accidentally unthaw a caveman, and he like has to go to high school or whatever. It's really cheesy, but whatever his name was, that'd be kind of cool if they named this cave monkey that. It was pretty cheesy though, I'll be honest. Alright, so we don't have any camo detection yet, so we are going to get this guy up to crossbow, and then we're going to keep farming. That should be able to take out everything up through 50. I think this little setup is able to do that. Yeah, sure. We need more farms anyways. We want to go for overclocked, we want to go for village buffs, we want to go for alchemist buffs. We want to get the cave monkey super buffed. And we need a heli pilot to move him around a little bit. YouTube chat takes forever to show up. You know what? That's a good point. I haven't even seen it yet. Hang on. Didn't even realize. It was working before. Oh, dang. Oh, I missed your guys' chats. Oh, crap. Alright, I'm gonna pop that on a different screen. Okay. I see it. On this other screen I have. Man, Windows 10 is pretty nice with being able to stretch stretch these windows out. Oh, well, I need to move that shorter. No, because Bradlow says, "What's your favorite Dawes character?" What do you mean Dawes character? Oh, I forgot. Can he pop? No, he can't pop bloods. Yeah, dang it! It doesn't seem to be showing up on my. Stretch them out. It doesn't seem to be showing up on my on all the windows. But I have it pulled up now. The multi-stream just never connected both of them, I guess. Rants. Okay, so here we gotta sell for. We gotta sell for Central Markets. They are well worth it. Central Markets make you an insane amount of more money. Alright, let's go ahead and get Bigger Blast. Help out a little bit. So whenever you can, you want to build 2. Bad person, what's up, man? I'm seeing your chats, but it's not showing up on the stream. Your first time? Welcome, dude. So you build 2 of them and then you save up for 10 grand, or you can build 3 of them and save up for 5, sell 2, and get Central Market. You're gonna sub? Dude, appreciate it, man. Go for it. Don't let your dreams be dreams, okay? If you've been dreaming of this moment to sub to me for years, then go ahead. Alright, we do need something for the Moab, so we're gonna hopefully save up for artillery battery. That should do it for us. Yeah, tomorrow, right now it's Saturday at 7:10 p.m. for me. Tomorrow, at around noon, we're gonna do play co-op. Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and see. I wonder where I'm gonna put him. I might put him where this kind of like where this dart monkey is, like next to the dart monkey, or I might put him down here. Well, yeah, I probably should put him next to the dart monkey here. So let's go ahead and get him moved. Oh, hello, Camo Bloons. Master, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. And bad person, if you subbed, you know what? My subs may not be showing up either. So anybody who subbed on YouTube, I appreciate you. They may not be showing up for whatever reason. Alright, yeah, we're going to put this guy right about here. Okay. We're going to get him the buffs that he can use, which is that. It does increase his range. We're going to get him alchemized. And we're going to get him overclocked. Let's go ahead and get a bot down for the overclocked. Alright. Now what we need is more farms. We'll save it for 10 grand, sell one of them, get a Central Market. go. I think you make more money doing that. I'm not certain on it, so don't quote me on that. But I do think selling it like we did, you'll make money. All right, we need a call to arms. We'll also need a homeland defense at some point. Uh-oh. Okay. Alright. I might as well just wait for that. You know what? We could just get a bottom path spike factory. Get him flowing. Like here in the back, I guess. Just in case. Or can we... Do you think we get Cave Monkey up? Alright, we're gonna go for Perma Spike. Just in case. I don't know if we'd be able to get Cave Monkey up to the strength that we need him. Go close. Yeah, sure. Got it on the first try. So satisfying. I know, right? Oh, I guess I could have given him Pat Fusty to help to like buff him up more, or Gwendolyn really. No, wait, Gwendolyn doesn't do all monkeys anymore, right? She only does fire monkeys. Yeah. All right, this guy's gonna basically take care of everything, so I don't need to worry about that. We have one more banana farmer. The Central Market. And we'll work towards a perma brew if we can. That's not balloon popping. No, not at all. It is beautiful. I guess I could just put it here. Got it on the first try. Let's get our our ultra boost first. Oh, they're hitting him and popping as they show up over here. Interesting. Unless we do want to get a perma brew, that wouldn't be a bad idea. Great work. Well, no, it's only for Berserker Brew, right? Is he running out of it? I don't think he's running out of it. Yeah, not really. Alright, we'll go for the overclock first. 20, 40, 60, 120. We sold for it. Okay, we might be able to get both if we sold for it. Alright, let's just sell enough to get it. And then we'll save the rest of the money. I just want to start stacking his Ultra Boost up. Got it on the first try. Sweet. Got it on the first try. Got it on the first try. He is doing quite a bit of damage, though, that's for sure. I think these guys pay themselves off in not too many rounds. Think about buying another banana farm or two. But, yeah, maybe not. Maybe we'll just save up. That's all he does is bonk, man. As a matter of fact, let me move that out of the way so we can see it.
Great work. All right.
He's times 8 now. He has a stun attack. It also stuns these bigger balloons here.
Great work. Great work.
Alright, there's our perma brew. If I get that for 20, that's another 40 after that. You know what? Okay, we could probably sell these guys and make that happen. I'm gonna get up to. Maybe I should get another one and have that be also. I wonder if I have enough money for all that. I guess I could sell that guy and this. I don't need those, right? Guess not.
Great work.
Alright, so I need 20, 60, 70, 80. I need 80,000. I've got 60,000 here. Go, cave monkey, go. Yep, rip mortar monkey. So we need 20 grand. Look how fast he's. Here's the regular speed smacking. There's just bonkers damage. It's actually not that great, to be honest. It's not that great. Uh-oh. Well, good old Spike Factory coming in for the cleanup. Okay, I think we can sell these guys now. So we got a homeland defense. Wow, we're so close to call to arms. Sheesh. Look at the dude. Wow, wow, wow. That's crazy, man. Come on, we're so close. There we go. Alright. I've got all the buffs that we really could theoretically get.
What next? Great work.
An absolute rock concert fish. Fest. Dude's insane. He's attacking about as fast as Sharky Jones is shooting out rockets.
Awesome. Got it on the first try. What next?
Although I guess they're both buffed up at the same time then. Yeah, he's the monkey drummer for sure. He's Animal from the Muppets. With all these buffs, these Moabs, BFBs, they're not going anywhere. They're perma-stunned. Beautiful stuff, really. Oh, dang it, I'm not gonna have... Well, okay, we might actually have it, yeah. Alright, here's us beating the stick. You ready for hyper beat? Boom. He's still a COMG, but he ain't going nowhere. That's the important part, is he ain't going nowhere.
Got it on the first try.
And to finish it off with a big ol' smackaroni. First time I get to chill and get entertained. Hell yeah, dude. Alright, but for more speedy runs for Frozen Over, alternate balloon rounds, that's a Sada level.
In Valhalla!
For sure, for sure.
Action at the ready.
And let's get a... No balloon trap. We get plenty of camo balloons that come out, so balloon trap isn't as worth it, I think, on alternate balloon rounds. As just going straight for farms. So we can get a wizard, though. We are going to need lead and camo lead popping power. So we'll get a fireball monkey sense wizard. There we go. He's very cheap. Very cheap. Put him on strong.
Getting stronger.
Although I guess maybe Alchemist would be better. Oh, you know what we need to do? We need to do a Gwendolyn run. Fire and ice. Should we do that for Impossible? We can. Do a fire and ice run with Gwendolyn. Nothing but fire stuff on the ice mat. Alright, there we go. Back flowing. Alright, we'll get our panini firms nice and cheap. Let's see if I can get one over top here. It's out of the range for now, but it won't be forever. There we go. Okay. Alright, we can fit another one in there, in between those, so that's good. But no other village there. We have to go out this way for the village, which is okay. Alright. Because we know we can still put a village, or put a banana farm here. That's good. Let's grab a banana farmer. We can throw him in there. Beautiful. Keyboard isn't working. I'll be back soon. Bye. Okay. Good luck getting your keyboard working. Alright, so what are we going to do about the Moab? We need to glue more stuff, right? Get a balloon liquefier. We can get a necro. He did change his picture, yeah, you're right. Damn it, it's not a really good spot for that. Let's try and get shattering shells. Master, hello again. Yeah, I think we can make that happen. This will remove that fortification from the Moab that comes out on 40. So not you know, not bad to get. All right, so let's go for some more farms then. But first, let's get these guys up. They're not all ×2 yet. Alright, good, that worked. They didn't even get to the necro part, so that's good. They are all in range of this one. However, we want them all in range of this one. This one's the one we want to get going. Alright, good. Good. Freezing the water here allows us for one more banana farm. Okay, now we'll start getting them up to the next tier, since they're all reduced in price. Could get an absolute 0, and it'll increase the range of this guy. But, well, not yet, not yet. Is he? Yeah, he might be in range to collect all those. Yeah, looks like he is. Okay, good. Okay, all those are done. Now, I do need to save up for something that we want. We need to get... I'm thinking Bloon Incineration, but I could just go for the Bloon Solver. He does solve Bloons. And we do have anti-camo with the pod. So let's do that. Let's get a Bloon Solver going. That'll be for 63. That'll really clean everything up there, as well as a bunch of other Bloons. Alright, now we'll start saving up for the BRF. You know what? I want to do one more thing for him. You can already hit every kind of balloon, so we'll just buff him up. So you can attack faster and have more range and stuff. Okay, now we'll go for the BRFs. Damn.
An enemy fled from battle. Rejoice in our victory. Rejoice in our victory.
So I wonder if this Tin Banana Farm Deep Monkeopolis, if this is even worth getting. Probably get it like 68, 69, maybe 70 for 10 rounds. I don't know if it's worth it, you know. Man, throat feels a little like closed up. Alright, one more BRF, and then we'll see if we can get the Monkeopolis. Boom. See how much you're mixing around. Yeah. Yeah, no. He's pays for something like 2 or 3 rounds. Okay. I'm gonna give it to that guy. Armor Brone.
The mighty fall. The enemy is near.
Alright, cool. A lot happened when you were gone, that's for sure, yep. We got a lot of money to work with. Okay, I don't want that guy anymore. What I do want, though, is this guy. Let's get him closer.
I am ready. I am ready. This one looks like a troll. My skills grow legendary. This one looks like a troll.
Alright, there we go. Oh, there's two of them, I forgot. On ABR. Or maybe there's more than that. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. Cool. Alright, one more chimps. And then we'll be done for the day. I think earlier when I said I wanted to do Cubism, Frozen Over, and Hedge, I think we were kind of like stretching how much we could actually get done. Oh, actually, Impoppable than chimps. Okay. Yeah, that's right. This one I wanted to do some Gwendolyn. We'll do Scientist Gwendolyn because it's blue fire. It's hotter. Hotter than regular fire. And we're going to do a fire build with all the cool stuff that Gwendolyn buffs up. So that is... Oh, it does affect everybody, but... Ring of Fire, Signal Flare, and Dragon's Breath. Middle path Wizard, bottom path Mortar, and top path Tack Shooter. So that's what we're going to do. So we'll start Gwendolyn off here. We'll do Tack Shooter here. This will be our Ring of Fire. We'll do our Wizard Lord Phoenix over here. And we'll do our Mortar probably down here. We'll see if that's enough to get us through round 100. I think it will be. You know, it'd be cool if she also buffed up Super Mines, because they do explode, causing fire damage and applying a burn effect. And that way she'd have one primary, one military, one support, and one magic all together buffed up. She wouldn't be able to buff it until Spike Mines. Still, be kind of cool. Alright, these we're going to go for marketplaces. Let's do that. Marketplace, yeah. And we'll get this guy to even faster shooting for now. We'll wait on hot shots for the purples, so that way he can pop purples. Oh, I guess the mortar monkey can pop purples. Oh, I should put the mortar right here so that when she uses her heated up, it affects, because it affects the enemies around her, yeah. Or the towers around her. Not enemies. Well, enemies too, I guess. Yeah, because she's using it right now and it's buffing this guy up. So we should have everything within her range.
This is incredible!
Okay. Alright, so he's now buffed by it. I wonder if we do...
Eureka! Hello?
What if we do faster reload? Attack speed. Okay, we should probably go with bigger blast for that. Okay, that'll decamo-ize stuff. Oh yeah, actually I forgot about my camo detection. Hopefully that's enough camo detection. For now. I know it won't be forever. So we'll get that guy.
Eureka!
Alright, let's get another banana farm. Now I am curious, other than the mortar, I wonder if the Ring of Fire or even the Inferno Ring can pop purples. I want to say maybe the projectile that the Inferno Ring shoots out, the little meteor, can probably pop purples, but the rest of it cannot, and then the wizard will be pretty much no-go.
Hello?
Gwendolyn will be a no-go. And then the mortar can pop them. So we might actually have the mortar shooting down here.
It's incredible!
Maybe. I do wonder.
That looks very flammable. I'll put this
Oh crap.
Hello?
Okay. Let's get a Dragon's Breath. Actually, we don't need it till 50, right? So we'll get one more Central Market. Alright, there's our Yields Dragon Breath.
Incredible.
Summon Phoenix. go ahead and get Hot Shot Ring of Fire. Now they're all buffed by Gwyndy. And I may actually throw her... Yeah, we'll have her cocktail pop out back here. Okay, this is what I'm worried about. Oh crap, oh crap. Perhaps we do multiple mortars. Or I just do this guy here. We'll try that.
Office hours. Hello? Hello?
Is this enough? Okay, yeah. Okay, that's good. So the mortar's going to have to be shooting onto the Popmaster X. Onto the tack shooter. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. We're not going to need shattering shells for a while, so let's go for more farms. Alright, I'm glad that this is just enough. He has just enough attack speed. I wonder if he actually gets buffed anymore. Let's see. So level 5 they get buffed. Yeah, at level 18. Okay. So we'll want Gwendolyn to get leveled up as well. And if I really wanted to, we could go for a village. I don't know if we want to go for a village, though. It kind of defeats the whole idea of the quadro of fire.
That looks very flammable. Incredible.
Nice, nice, nice. Okay. Alright, so the first one we're going to get, I think, is going to be the Inferno Ring. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Unless this gives it any additional. I don't think it does.
Very flammable. Oh, no hydrogen.
So yeah, Inferno Ring it is. Now I'm curious on how this is going to do against purples. Oh man, look at that range, dude. Nice. Okay, next one's going to be the Wolp.
Can I help you? This is incredible. Hello.
Our camo detection is at the mercy of the mortar for camo purples. But then the wizard can't, if camo purples show up, which they're around 95 or whatever,
Oh, this is incredible.
they could get in the way. Oh, okay. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. I don't know how much purple has in it, but that might kill us. We're going to put a spike factory in the back. Either that, or I could do another mortar. You know what? Let's just do another mortar. We'll get this guy over here. We'll get him bigger blast as well. That's fine. Okay, let's try that.
That looks very flammable.
that should not let any purples through. Okay. Is that good? We good? I think we're good. So we got a long stretch of purple. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Alright. He still gets buffed up by her, but yeah, we need 2 of them for support. Okay. We'll get the mortar in the front to be shattering shells. And blue incineration. I guess we get both of them shattering shells. That wouldn't be too bad. I'm gonna get this guy blue incineration. And then we'll just start leveling up Gwendolyn after that. So if you had a Gwendolyn and a Striker Jones, mortars would be kind of insane, dude.
That looks very flammable. Eureka! Looks very flammable. This is it. Hello?
Okay, almost there.
Hello? Eureka!
Alright.
Incredible.
Now it's time to just level Gwendolyn up. As a matter of fact, at 16, we've got 84,000.
Eureka!
I might level her up all the way.
Hello.
Yep, cool.
Firestorm Max.
And we've got quite a bit left over. Huh, okay, okay. So we'll do a couple of Ring of Fires then? Maybe some more mortars? I want to get whatever's... Oh, you know what we could do? Oh, well, I sold... Well, I guess I could rebuy. What we could do is get some overclocks going. Overclock Gwyndy.
Very flammable.
Let's do that. Okay, here's purples again. Yeah, the double mortar strat's definitely necessary for them purples.
Said Firestorm. Can I help you? Hello?
Because if I can overclock Wendy, then I can get other towers within her range as well, which would be pretty dope. Actually, we want to sell that so I can get a village here. For more cash per pop. And then cash generation and income. Okay. There, now we get 104 instead of 94, I guess. Bloons cracked defense, yep. Can't get enough of it. Alright, there's that.
That looks very flammable.
Because not only do I want to get overclocked, which we'll go ahead and do that now. But I also want to get other towers to kind of enjoy themselves within that. So I'll grab this guy. Attack bot for Gwendolyn. We might have to sell these banana farms to get there. Let's get a few more.
Oh, no hydrogen.
Okay.
That looks very flammable. Oh, no hydrogen.
And sell now.
Oh, no hydrogen.
Alright, good. We got that.
Oh, no hydrogen.
Okay, you're gonna go there.
Oh, no hydrogen. Can I help you? Oh, no hydrogen. Say fire.
Okay.
Hello.
Nice. Gonna put that up here.
This. I'll put this here.
Alright, here we go.
I'll put this here.
Trying to melt the polar ice caps.
Say fire. Sword.
This is actually a lot of damage. Low-key. This is a lot of damage.
Put this here. Oh, no hiding.
We've got plenty more to give.
Hello. Oh, say fire. Storm. I'll put this here. That looks very flammable. This is it.
Hell yeah.
Hiding.
There we go. All right. We had to stop ourselves from losing a couple of times because of the purples, them dang purples. But we made that happen. All right. So the last thing we're gonna do today is gonna be chimps on that map. So we're gonna switch back over to Sada, our chimps champion. And let's just jump into it. Now the question is, where do we want to put everything? So I can put Sada here, and I could do an attack shooter here, cannon here, ice there. Where do I put my villages? So if I put cannon and ice next to each other, I can put my villages up here, and hopefully get two of them. Ew, use the Sada? Yeah. For now, we'll start using Etienne once we get to harder maps. Let me jump into Sandbox to see where I can fit everything. So if I do Sada here, Tack shooter here. Cannon. Might do cannon up here. No, I think cannon will go down here. If we do ice, can I fit a boomerang here? Oh, I can. All right, all right. So if this is our end goal, where can I fit my villages to make sense? So if I do village here, he's not in range, but then I'll get another village. He is in range of this guy, but he's not in range of the MIB. However, everything else is.
I am ready.
Okay. So if I put my ice monkey, I guess I could put him here. No, I don't want to put him there. I can put my cannon monkey there. Put my ice monkey here. Ice and cannon. So it'll be like this.
Yes, my lord. Getting
Probably like that. Is that a good spot? Let me do a test real quick. Let's go to round 97.
This one.
Oh, I mean 98.
An enemy fled from battle.
Yeah, we're gonna do chimps, yeah, on this map. So make sure that's an okay ice placement. I think it is. And that seems to be a really good boomerang placement as well. Okay, let's go to 99 real quick.
A captain approaches. Creature of smoke and death.
Alright, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so ice monkey in the corner, bomb shooter over here, and then we'll do tax and boomer there.
Here.
Oh, this actually goes up to primary mentoring also. And then Sada there. Okay, cool. Cool. Free dart monkey, you're right. You're right. That is the best monkey. But yeah, it does not exist in gyms. If you have a mod. Oh yeah. Yeah, no mods here. I haven't used them. I probably never will use them.
At the ready.
Dark Hydra, hi. Welcome, welcome.
Yes, my lord.
Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Use them just for funsies sometimes. Yeah, I've thought about doing the one for like random tiers. That seems pretty neat. But yeah, I'm just not super comfortable using mods with the account. I might make another account, but I just don't think it's worth it for me to experience it, because I can just watch other people experience it, and that's fine. Like ISAB and SJB and 2D and are those like the main ones? H-bomb, I guess. Alright, that should be in range. I believe that's in range. Who else? Ethan Reed, but I don't think he uses mods. I think he's just challenges guy. Couldn't find that mod, unfortunately. Dang. Yeah, that one seems pretty legit. Like anything to make the game more challenging, you know, because making it easier is like, I just don't think it's worth it. But that can definitely add a level of challenge. Obviously, it's RNG, so you know, it's kind of hit and miss, really. As to whether or not it's more or less challenging. It doesn't actually make... I don't think it makes you any better of a player other than just realizing how good a tower is at what price point it is. For example, the recursive cluster, 204 bomb shooter, freaking sweet. Like one of the best towers in the game for its price. But, I mean...
Ah, the power.
Alright, so let's get our ice monkey up. I wouldn't normally do that first, but I need to figure out where I put my villages, so we need our ice monkey to do that. And we got the bomb shooter, so that should help out enough.
My skills grow legendary.
Hope that's right. That one's going to be our middle path, and this will be our top path. Okay. Yep. Right there. Okay. Get monkey business, monkey commerce on both of these. As a matter of fact, this might be affecting everyone. Hoping for a better skin for Sada because I like the Japanese theme, but not so much the Viking. Really, I actually kind of like the Viking one. To be honest. But yeah, I mean, she could definitely become a sushi champion or something. You know, chop sushi. The game speed faster. Yeah, that's one thing I wish they would add. Even if I had to like pay money for it, like you do in the double cash. Like I would pay for that, dude. Instead of double time it, like triple time it. Because like double cash, it doesn't really help. Well, I guess double cash does help you beat the game, but this wouldn't even help you beat the game. It would just help you get through the rounds faster. And maybe they could even allow it on chimps as well, you know. I would be totally down for that. Hoping we don't have a problem with the Moab, because we don't have our tack shooter until later instead of earlier. Which maybe I should have put him where the ice monkey is. I don't know. Alright, we'll get heavy bombs. I'm gonna go for Recursor Cluster next. Normal one is time 3. Oh, is it? Okay, so then like times 4 or 5 or something, yeah. I don't know if I could go times 6. That might be a little too fast. But at least something a little bit faster than what we have already. Would be nice. Okay, here we go. Alright, beautiful. So there's our bomb shooter finished. Let's grab our top and middle. We'll see if she gets camo detection off this guy. I am curious. Anything shiny enough? I was playing Dota but couldn't win, got bored. Yeah, fortifying, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Alright, good, yeah, she does get it. So that means that every tower is going to be affected by both jungle drums and camo detection. Mib and the primary mentoring stuff. That'll give us some free upgrades for the ice and for the boomer. As well as extra range. And then extra range again, and pierce and projectile speed. Really good stuff. So there's that. And we even did our test without the top 2 into this village. Boomerang. The avatar now. Yeah, I've never put that together, but you're right. And on top of that, these guys are also cheaper because of the discounts whenever I get their tiers. An avatar monkey with 4 paths, huh? One for each element. Well, you got the kind of the wizard for that almost. Like a wizard druid mix would be an avatar. And the Paragon does so much damage it heals the boss to 10 billion HP. Yeah, it has like some sort of like overflow integer on damage. Yeah, we did stop streaming. So I streamed like early this morning, and then I ate lunch, and I think I got overloaded on carbs, and I got really tired. So when I streamed again, I was having a hard time keeping my eyelids open, and so I took a nap for like an hour and a half, and then we came back and we started streaming the third time. And that's after I woke up at like 3 o'clock in the morning to do recording, because I'm having a lot of fun. Played Total War Warhammer 3, and they finally fixed the bug issue that I've been having issues with, and I'm just having a really fun time on the campaign that I'm playing. So I might actually lose because it's very challenging, but I'm having a lot of fun because it's challenging. So I was recording that this morning. It has to be degree 25 before it votes. Drew has lightning and vines, which is like earth. Well, it has pushback as well, which is wind, right? Also can do lava bending. Firebenders can do lightning. True. If you like double spec into one and the other. Water can do ice and blood. Air can do stuff too, but I completely forgot. Yeah. Air can do. So I think blood is like a mixture of earth and water, right? And that would make sense because your blood has iron in it, and iron is a mineral found in the earth. So you kind of have to double spec into both earth and water to do blood. And then earthbenders can do lava, which is earth and fire. If you double spec into that. So we're talking. I can bully a blind girl. Isn't there like the most powerful one though? Isn't it supposed to be? Because Aang is like the chosen one. Let's see, what else was it? And then lightning is air. Lightning is fire and air, I believe. Because fire and earth is lava. Fire and air is lightning. Fire and water is maybe fire and water never. Maybe fire and water never mixed. I'm not sure what fire and water would be.
An enemy red from battle.
Just like air and earth, I don't know if air and earth would ever mix either. Just what I could do in the show. Yeah, but I thought that's how they that's how they did it. So like a firebender is like basic, right? But then a firebender that practices air bending as well, kind of like a second language, can then do lightning. And the thing about Aang is that he kind of got to know all of them, so he was able to use all of the special all of like the sub the sub-elements instead of just the elements. And so technically they did have a sort of and I only watched The Legend of Korra. I haven't, well, maybe I've seen Avatar once, but I did watch The Legend of Korra. My girlfriend really likes it, and I kind of got into it after that. But yeah, it was sort of like a it felt like a combination thing, you know, like you're double specking. It kind of reminds me of Element TD, which is a tower defense game we'll get to playing once we black border. I want to maybe, well, hopefully I don't get burnt out, but I want to try to black border every map in Bloons TD6 on solo, and then we'll be done with Bloons and we'll move on to another tower defense game. Of course, Sundays are going to be for co-op, so it's going to leave us, you know, Saturdays and Wednesdays to play through the maps, and I'll play through the maps on my own time as well from time to time, just like, you know, easier difficulties. Yeah, well, in Naruto, there was like an air nation that was all about sound and sound waves and sound pressure. Yeah, the balloons are very small. I did that because I don't know, I prefer the smaller balloons. It makes it easier to see what's going on. And they got googly eyes. Don't need to compensate. I think the googly eyes are my favorite, like, Bloons skin that they've ever made. But I do like all the Bloons skins. I think they're all very creative, whether it be the beards or the top hats. Do they have monocles? I don't know if they have a monocle one. Or like the football Moabs or the pizza DDTs or you know, alien spaceships UMGs or anything. They're just all really cool. Secret Garden half cash for like 2 days? Have you used any of your special powers? I would just like spam a bunch of special powers, dude. To be completely honest. On Secret Garden. Nobody likes half cash. That's really the only time that I'll seriously use those powers is for half cash. Oh, was it a question? Oh crap! Oh crap! I don't even know who. Oh, there's no question mark on it. Well, dang it. That's okay. They're probably like, what? Without any powers? Yeah, I wouldn't worry about that, man. They exist for a reason, you know. They exist for you to use. Kinda. Yeah, because that just solidifies that it is a question, you know, without the implication of speech where I'm like, are you sure? Versus, are you sure? You know, it's like, well, one's a statement, one's a question. You don't have that implication of speech whenever you have, you know, chat or have things through text. Shorthand texting hasn't helped any. You know, I'm not trying to sound like a boomer or anything, but Just finished random sand shelter with a friend. Was curious why I don't see you or Yas on leaderboard. Are we not on leaderboard? Did we send some shelter? Yeah, the let's eat grandma thing. Yeah. It could have crashed on us. We could have played it and then it crashed on us. Hang on, let me check this. Send some shelter. Yeah, I don't know. Huh. You didn't see us on there, huh? Okay. I'll have to get with them and we'll see if we can put ourselves on there, I guess. We are kind of done playing Orcsmith Die 3 on stream, though. For now. We're going to pick that back up sometime at the beginning of next year. And we're going to pick it back up for modding. So that way we can kind of showcase how to make the mods. And we'll make a couple of mods as well. Which should be pretty cool. Because I have a couple of ideas for mods I want to make. But I figured we played a lot of Orcsmith Die 3 for several years now. That we'll take a break for a little bit and then we'll come back to it. Since it's not gonna give us any you know, any new stuff anytime soon. Hope they do. If they do, we'll drop everything we have and we'll play it. But I don't think they will. In Lightbringer, they use an ability of the user to replicate a color perfectly to produce magic matter of that color and subcolor. Ooh, books. The thing about reading books is you gotta read. Books. I'm not saying I can't read. Just saying I generally don't, you know. No, when it comes to books, my problem is I don't know if I have like ADHD or something. I've never been diagnosed with anything, but like whenever I pick up a book to read it, like a serious book, I'll read the first sentence, and then I'll have no idea what I just did. Like, my brain just shuts down. And I'll read it, and I'll read it out loud, and I'll read it again, and again, and again. And it takes me like 20 times reading the first sentence to, like, actually comprehend what that sentence is saying, and, like, to where I could, like, play it back in my mind and use it as I go forward. And so then it's just like, what's the fucking point, you know? Like, why would I even try if I fail so horribly at it? Now, I will say, reading isn't an issue. Pronouncing words and, you know, knowing what words mean and stuff, that's not the issue. The issue is actually being able to, like, get past anything in a book. Yeah, and reading makes me tired, you know? Or it's either that or my attention span can't handle it or something. I don't know. But I have read a book, a single book from front to back, and it was a rule book. And I have found myself enjoying books about rules. So when it comes to reading like books about law, reading books about well, so the book that I read was the Dungeon Master's Guide 3.5, which is a 3rd edition book, and I read it from start to finish because I had a reason to read it. You know, I wanted to create, a campaign for people to play in, and so I had a reason to read it, and therefore I was able to read it. And I think that's really what it is that I just can't read for fun. You know, I have to read for a particular purpose, or else it's just not going to do me any good. Alright, here we go. 99. You're really putting me to sleep, game rules, or another thing now. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of neat to see how everything really combines. You know, you have this thing over here, you know, affecting that thing over there, which you know, kind of goes back and plays into something else. And so, I don't know. I think it's kind of neat how everything lines up, and the logic behind rules following each other. But tested. Sounds like an autistic trait. highly intelligent people also have. If you're not interested in the subject, it's hard to learn. Carving the story, if you're interested. And that could be. Well, my brother is partially autistic. He's functional. He's on like the lowest spectrum of it, and I maybe have never been tested for it. I'll actually tell you a story. This will be story time, but we are finished with Bloons for the day. But here's a story time. I was in middle school, which is for us is grades 6 through 8. It's where you go basically to get through puberty. So you'll have like elementary school where you have fun, recess, outside or whatever. And then you go to middle school where it kind of sucks because everybody has lockers and everybody goes through puberty and everything like that. And then you go to high school and then it's fun again. And so it's really the shitty part of everybody's life is what they call middle school. ADHD is not on the spectrum. No, I know. It is very large. It is. And he does robotics, like he does programming and stuff. So he's got like, or when we were growing up and we were in high school, he had like the emotional, or maybe the social maturity of somebody who was in 6th grade is what they called it. So like for example, they'd have like a box of donuts, and he wouldn't limit himself to just one and share others, share donuts with anyone else. And when they say, we got some donuts for you guys, he'd be like, oh cool, so they're all for me, and then he would like take a bunch of them, right? Instead of like realizing that they're for everybody. But he's incredibly smart, and he does robotics and programs robots and stuff. He's actually working for a company that programs robots to work on for Walmart, because Walmart's going to be building this contraption underneath the store that robots are going to restock shelves, or not restock shelves, but they're gonna be able to pull and push stuff around, and then there's going to have a picker who's going to move stuff into a cart, and that cart's going to go to you, and you're just going to go to the side of a building and pick up your cart basically, and it's all going to be picked out for you. And the picker's going to be there for quality control. So that's why I know I don't have autism. I'm stupid. Well, there you go. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, so in middle school when it comes to reading, right? I never read a book in middle school. They kept trying to make me read books, but I never read a book. So I was in English class, and this was when I was in 6th grade. And in English class is when you read poems and write stuff about what you read and everything. And I never did any of my homework. And so they tested me to see, or no, they put me in the special needs, the special education program for kids with like Down syndrome or whatever. And so they would do that, but they would only do it for certain subjects if you were failing in a subject, right? So you're put behind, and then some of the kids had to go for all the subjects, but I only went for the reading subject. And when I realized that I could read, they thought, okay, maybe this guy has like autism, is just really smart. He's really bored, but he's really smart. And so then they tested me for my IQ. They did IQ tests to try to put me into an accelerated reading program, because they thought maybe I just didn't read because I was bored at what I was reading. It wasn't challenging enough for me. And then when I don't know, didn't do so well on the IQ test, they put me back into Gen Pop, and they said, nah, he's just an idiot and doesn't like to read. Like, he can read, but he just doesn't like to, And then they were like, but he's not smart, he just is lazy. So I just got put back into Gen Pop. So, anyways, that was kind of a funny situation going on there. But yeah, I don't know if I'm on the spectrum, but I would say that I probably have some tendencies, because my brother was on the spectrum and I grew up with him, that I may have some tendencies that I got from him that maybe seem like I might be on the spectrum. Who knows? Maybe I am. Get me in touch with the monkey devs. I'm not even in touch with the monkey devs, my dude. I'm not even in touch. Teachers often not the smartest people. No. But, there's a saying of those who teach, or those who don't do teach or whatever. But, I mean, to be fair though, like, imagine this. Imagine you're a teacher, especially an older teacher, right? Imagine you're an older teacher, and you went through college to learn everything there was to know 30 years ago. And now everything has changed. Technology has shown up, like everything has changed. And then you're just behind, you know? Like I think it's hard for teachers to stay to stay where they are because there's no after you become a teacher, there's no like going back to school to like relearn stuff. I mean, I guess you can, but there's nothing in place. As far as I know, my mom's a substitute teacher. My dad does teach, but he teaches at a business university. He teaches computer scripting and operating systems, stuff like that. He teaches but it's for a business, so businesses will send their employees to get these classes and stuff. Oh, you have an ad plan? Yeah. It's once an hour. It's once an hour. Oh yeah, and if you have Amazon Prime, you can sub for free on Twitch. That's a good point, Nidon. That's a good point. But even if you miss anything, it's all going to be up on YouTube afterwards, because this is getting streamed live to YouTube. And if you have YouTube Premium and you watch it on YouTube, then you'll have all of this without ads as well. So either way. You already use your Prime. Dang. I wish I could set that up to go to the same person reoccurring, because I don't ever watch the guy, but I do appreciate what he does. And so I wish I could just keep sending it to him, but I had to like log in and remember to do that. It's unfortunate. But yeah, so that's a fun little story time. Anyways, but that being said, guys, it's been 2 hours. 2 hours. I moved to Firefox and have ad block. Yeah, I heard Firefox is the best for getting ad block. I actually do have Firefox myself, and I used it for a YouTube thing, as a matter of fact, for getting around something I don't remember. Oh, getting to where I can download videos for free off of YouTube. It's a lot easier on Firefox using ad blocker. No, using what was it? Let me check. This. What is this? Video download helper. You can use it in Firefox. For some reason, it doesn't work in Chrome or Edge. Yeah. Weird to use Opera. Firefox since it was called Mozilla. Oh, wow. Sheesh. Yeah, I thought about Opera. I did try it out, but I don't know. I don't know if I care to use it. Our system admin at work, he uses Opera, but I don't really get. He's also trying to sell us on Microsoft Edge, but the problem with Edge, right? Here, let me show you something here. Check this out. And I have to look this up all the time because I, work on computers. Uninstall Windows 10 default mail app PowerShell. So I can never remember the PowerShell command to uninstall the default mail app for Windows 10, right? But whenever I'm on somebody's computer, I need to know it. Oh, well, here it is. Oh, well, they never have this. Okay. Okay, this is going to be an example. For some reason, it's showing up here, but it has never showed up on the first page of Bing until just now. Anyways, you'd copy this and you'd paste it into PowerShell and you'd run it. But it would show up on Chrome. Well, now I look like an idiot. I swear that was never there before on Microsoft Bing. Maybe it's just the computers that we have at work. Uninstall Windows bloatware. Yeah, for sure. We have a script that does that at work, so. Yeah, I just think Google is the better search engine, by far. That's kind of cool, though. If you use it since their first beta, that's pretty neat. That's pretty neat. Yeah, I'm so glad that where I work has the same mentality that I have when it comes to stuff on your computer, that if you don't use it, you don't need it. It's like a very anti-hoarding mentality. Except for one guy, he's a little bit older. He's good at computers and everything, but he's just a little bit older, so I think that maybe he comes from a time where hoarding was kind of a thing that people tried to do, just in case, and I'm sure that, people have in the past been like, well, I needed this, but it's like, I mean, you can kind of work around it. But we have a very, if you don't need it, you don't have it mentality, and I love that. because, you know, we have iPads that are part of a depth system, which means they're remotely managed by us, and we allow certain apps on there and everything, and we go through a vetting process for applications. And they were looking at getting it into Intune, which I've used before at an old job, Microsoft's Intune company portal, so that way it's managed differently than what they're using right now. And they could set up the iPads to where as soon as you ship it to the end user, they turn it on, it'll enroll itself automatically and get everything set up using your Microsoft account. So it's super like hands off. You know, the end user can just log in and do whatever. And they were asking me, like, what do you remove off the iPad? And I said, everything. And they said, what do you mean? I said, literally every icon on the iPad I remove. And they're like, well, we don't want to remove measure. I'm like, we work in construction. These guys have rulers. These guys have measuring tapes. Like, if they were using an iPad, I wouldn't trust it. You know, if you're trying to build something, I would never trust it. I would trust like a very well calibrated machine, not an iPad, ever. So I made arguments against any of the apps that they were like, well, maybe we should keep this. I'm like, no, get rid of it. And they got rid of it. Everybody's kind of like in the cohesive mindset of, you know what, we really don't need it. And if they need it later on, they could just ask for it. We give it back to them. So I'm super glad that's kind of the mentality that people have where I work. Because that wasn't the mentality where I worked before. Where I worked before was like, you know, don't touch anything, and you know, they're very scared to do any of that stuff. But I'm going on a bit of a into the stream story time here today. Listen, guys, we're going to be playing tomorrow, okay? We're going to be playing tomorrow in about 16 hours. Yeah, about 16 hours from now, we're going to be playing. Well, the part of the script that it's an entire, like, very large script. I don't know what part of it does that. And that script is to add the computer to the domain and to install certain applications and to do Windows updates and a bunch of other stuff. Because we just do that all whenever we set up computers. And then, of course, I just PowerShell whatever else I need to PowerShell for anything else that I need to get rid of. Also, if you do a fresh install Windows 10 from the Windows 10, if you like look up install Windows 10 or download, you download it, you can keep nothing, and that'll remove any of the external stuff. So if you have like a Dell laptop or something, and you have like all the Dell command, utility, Dell power manager, Dell this, that, and the other, remove all that if you just do a fresh install Windows 10. It'll just be the base version. We do that too, which is nice. Alright, guys, as always, if you want to jump in tomorrow's going to be co-op, so don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, follow. Streaming on both YouTube and Twitch as right now, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side, alright? Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Thanks for the story times, the memories, and hold on, let's see. My work had that. We called them macros, yes, either way. Many were shortcuts on desktops, not sure how they actually worked. They auto go through systems and do certain tasks on clients' profiles. Yeah, it's probably a batch file. Probably some sort of batch file that you'd run. Typically, you don't want to allow scripts to be ran on a computer itself, because then somebody can download a script and run it on accident, and it could mess up their computer. You know, like a virus. So typically, you want to keep scripts like a no. But yeah, batch files can perform certain tasks whenever you run stuff, and they would be macro oriented. So this happens and that happens and that happens and that happens. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. You can be really nefarious with batch files. You can say whenever you start up a computer, change the desktop wallpaper to something, which you can do that on a group policy anyways. And that's the thing with the corporate environment, is most of that stuff's remote. But Toad, your BTD6 player that quitted BTD6. Well, if you want to unquit, tomorrow we're going to be doing co-op. Tomorrow in about 14 hours from now, We're gonna be playing 14 hours from now. T-Wald, send me a message on Discord. Those things were off-site. Yeah, but even if they're off-site, if they're on VPN, then they should be on the network. Or if your company has like a central server that everything is a part of it. Yeah, the main system is at HQ, but then they should be on a VPN. Hopefully, it's a automatically connecting VPN that will keep them on the domain. So you'll have a domain controller which talks to all the computers, and if you need to push out a policy, or if you need to or if you need to like push applications or push software or something like that, you could do that, and then those get applied whenever a computer gets restarted, as long as it was on the domain to talk back to the domain controller. But in order for it to be on the domain, it would need to be able to talk to it using a VPN. Yeah. So that we had that in the Marine Corps. That was a big deal for us in the Marines. Yeah, and that was because we worked with security stuff. So I had a classified security credential, or a secret security credential, and that allowed me to work with secret equipment, which was our classified network. And so we had the same thing. If you plug something in, it's got to be vetted first by the security team, and if they see it, they'll take the ID of that object, and they'll allow that object to be plugged in USB. Otherwise, your USB ports won't work, or they're not supposed to. But then, if they do, I guess if you plug something in and it's not on that registry that they have, it's not allowed. Then it'll flag, and then they'll call IT and they'll say, hey, somebody at your site is, plug something in. Go talk to them, and that could be an NJP is what they call it, non-judicial punishment from the Marines, and that could be a separation. That could be jail time. Like that's not taken lightly, depending on what it is used for. And sometimes it's just they get a stern talking to. Like the whole entire chain of command is going to know about it, and they get a really stern talking to. They probably get maybe loss of pay, loss of rank, or something because of it. I mean, it's a big no-no in the Marines or in the military in general. But we don't have that type of security where we're at because we don't work with anything super confidential, and we're not doing government projects, so we don't have to meet those requirements. If we were doing government projects, we'd have to meet those requirements, though. But right now, we're just doing like hospitals and Tesla stuff, I guess. You see the systems, yeah. Yeah, it sounds like it's probably very similar. But yeah, we weren't allowed to have phones anywhere near any of the secret stuff. So we'd have like these rooms that are classified, and you can't take your phone in there. So they just wanted to make sure people weren't recording or people weren't taking pictures. Obviously, there's nothing stopping you where we were at. Like, it was just all on you to not do it. And I'm sure some people did it and they kept it for themselves. But as long as they don't share it and it doesn't get out there, then nobody really cares. So, honestly, I had my phone on me even when I was in the secret areas, but I knew not to record. I knew not to take pictures or photos or whatever. So, because I was IT, but most people, may not think of it, or they might say, oh, well, that's really cool, like a bomb dropping video or something. I'd be like, oh, I want to record that for myself. It's like, nah, dude, nah. You watch it, put it in your memory, and walk away. But I guess it's just kind of a privilege. Perk of the privilege of being IT is you get to kind of bend the rules that everybody has to follow when it comes to IT stuff. But anyways, I'm talking too much going on about this. It can be interesting for sure. It can be interesting. Got plenty of stories, but I think our story time is up for the day. Yeah. All right. So this is the last time I'll say this, guys. Take care. Have a good day, and I will catch you all tomorrow, or on the flip side. Whichever comes first. All right.